Day 178. Wake up in this field, got the lake behind me. To be honest, I'm mildly annoyed. Last night's dinner sucked ass. It was 2 hot dogs, 0 condiments, and a few vegetables. I need way more than that to get up and over this hill that's coming up. And it's annoying me because I could have already been to the other side of it as we speak. But, and I understand they did it with good intentions, but, they were an hour late picking us up, and then come here, there's no food, and they throw 2 hot dogs at me and some vegetables. And then they're like, we'll see you in the morning for breakfast. I was like, oh, fuck, there's breakfast, too. And, normally I'm excited about breakfast, but I didn't see them bringing any breakfast stuff in with them. I saw a croissant in their hands. A thing of croissants. I am not a croissant fan myself. I'm more of a bagel guy. Croissants are flaky. They end up all over the place. It's like you didn't know how to cook bread right or something. I'm not a fan. So now we gotta go down and see if we're doing breakfast with them, and then they give us a ride back to the trail. But I really appreciate what they did, but it did nothing but slow us down and annoy me. I'm being a good sport about it because, these are her friends and I don't want to hurt her feelings. And she understands that this is annoying. We didn't quite get what we were looking for out of this. Not that we were looking for much, but we definitely weren't looking to be slowed down. Okay, let's go see what this is. Get my ass on top of that hill and get it over with, because that's a lot of climbing, man. It's like 2,000 or 3,000 over 2 miles. Something stupid like that. But, yeah. I was really hoping to be up at the top for the sunrise, but now looking around, there's too many clouds. I can see a tiny bit of pink coming out, like right there. Right in between there. You can't see it, but I can. I'll flip around. No, you still really can't see it. Enhance. Oh, tiny bits of pink. So it's not like I was going to get a real sunrise anyway. You can see the fire tower from down here. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to be up there for a sunrise at least. Yeah. Maybe next time. Get my shit packed. Let's get down. I got my electronics in there charging. Not that they really needed charging, but I was like, fuck it. Might as well get every little bit of power I can since I'm here. And good morning. Let's go get this day started. And we're off. Breakfast was some cantaloupe and croissants. Not a fan of croissant. It's like butter turned into bread, and I don't really like butter, so I'm eating it because that's what's in front of me. But I'm not sure if I like this or sourdough the least. Everybody seems to love sourdough bread. I find it one of the worst breads out there. But it's on par. They both suck. Usually this is light and flaky, so maybe sourdough sucks more. We opted to walk back to the trail, not to inconvenience them. They had just woken up and they're in their pajamas and stuff. We're only like a mile from the trail, so we just opted for walk. And let's go climb ourselves a big ass hill. We have wandered our way back to the trail. She's up there. There's also another way down here. The ranger's path or something. They both look like they suck. So we'll just stick to the AT because it at least has a fire tower and stuff on it. Well, it's a couple thousand up over a couple miles. One of the bigger climbs, I'm guessing. But yeah, hey, it's early in the day. I'm going to take off some layers prematurely. Because even if it doesn't warm up, I'm going to. Alright, let's begin this climb. The 2 we stayed with know this hill really, really well. They have a property down there that's been in the family for a long ass time. This place is something they grew up with. So they gave us the laydown on it, warned us how slippery those rocks were going to be. Stick to the edges to watch out for the bears, because there are bears. We all know bears aren't real, man. while I was standing in the parking lot. Yeah, just getting my shit together. Having a little mini safety meeting and finishing up anyway. I'm bending over doing my pack stuff. And I hear a noise, and for whatever reason, I spin around like a fighting stance with my arms out and shit. And there's a Sobo like 30 yards away. What am I fighting? I'm not a fighter. Why do I do that? It happens all the time. Spin around with my arms out like all fisticuffs. I'm like, who are you? But it's not something I think about doing. It's just I hear a noise that scares me. I've stabbed the fuck out of a bush with my trekking poles because I thought it made a noise. Turns out it was like a motorcycle somewhere else's noise rebounding off the bush in front of me. But I thought the bush made the noise. And I didn't consciously think, just stab the hell out of a bush. It just happened. And then I was like, you realize it like third stab, like, what am I doing? These are trekking poles. These don't even hurt things. You can't stab stuff with these. Oh, they did also say that people painted fake blazes up here, so not to trust them. I assume all these lead to the same spot. You look like a very suitable rock. I do believe I will. You know what time it is. Weather might be moving in. Is this the bald spot they were pointing out from their place? Oh, I see water over there, yep. I can probably find their place. We're dark, and they were looking. I could shine my flashlight, because I don't really get to use that much. Bee, here I am. Yeah, temperature is dropping. Be really sweet if I could make it to that fire tower before any sort of precipitation hits. Have a second coffee. Wonder how far that thing is. Well, it can't be too terribly far. Well, further than I thought. 3 miles and about 1,500 up. I'm assuming it'll be in short bursts here and there, because that's the way it works. I love these little sidewalks. Look at the swirls and shit going on in there. I could see where this would be uncomfortably sketchy if it were a little moist. I did it. Oh, I'm at the top of this one. Oh, there she is. She blends amongst the leaves. Zoop. It's always way more steep than it looks on camera. This is like eye level. The ground feels hollow. I can just, I don't know, feel it vibrating a little bit with each step. Oh, especially there. Do you hear that? Like it's got bass. It's strong. slipped and gouged that. Looks like it was all one event. Steep. See where it's sometimes a waterfall. So 12 was decently behind me, and she asked, "Were you stomping?" She's like, "'Cause I could feel like vibrations going through." You know, but she's like, "I don't think I was feeling them on the ground, just them." So she, when she walked past the spot where she guessed it was coming from, kind of felt around, but she's like, "I didn't feel a spot that made that noise." So, I mean, interesting that from a goodly distance, she could tell the ground was vibrating, because I don't know, there was a lot of bass in those steps. I believe it was traveling down the roots. I've been trying to figure out why, but I mean, the roots all feel pretty solid. I'm thinking maybe there's just a little space in there when I step on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll step on something else and it'll give me another piece of the clue. Solid. It's nice. It gives you little breaks in between the climbs. So we got our last and I'm assuming biggest one coming. We're about a mile from the fire tower. I'm still like 1,200 up or something stupid. Might be less. I am a little high. But I'm assuming just got some rocks, some roots. I'm going to breathe a little heavy and I'll be at the top. And if I have saved enough water, I reward myself with some coffee. Hopefully there's water near the top, but there's nothing on the map. But there is some sort of shelter thingy or something, and sometimes those have water next to them. I just wiggled that big piece and that big piece off of that. And I just came over and started like wiggling it real good. And I heard it crack and I ran. It seemed unstable. Alright, 700 feet up over a half mile. Well, it's only a half mile. Today's a good day for it. Definitely not going to sweat much. definitely steep. But my Walmart shoes are holding together than the last two sets. And the traction on them is pretty damn good. I really hope they stay together and last me till I get home. Whew. Ooh, that's a wobbler. Oh, those rebar are nice. I'm ready to get up there. I think I'm gonna skip the coffee and make one of my dinners. I'm pretty freaking hungry. And I feel like I missed dinner and breakfast. I mean, there was a little bit involved, but you know, I need calories, man. So I think I'm gonna make up a north side, some chicken, you know, what I normally eat for dinner, but at 10 a.m. Since I didn't eat one last night, I have an extra. Oh damn, this one don't play around, it's steep. And I gotta be close. You can only sneak one or more two of the things like this in there before you reach the peak. Hoping this is the last one. Because as aforementioned, I am hungry. I just started going downhill. That's a good sign. Oh, nope, I thought I saw a fire tower. They're just trees. And to be honest, I don't even really feel like climbing that. I just don't. There's a cabin at the base of it. Is it down this trail? At the base is a loaded word. But I'm going to check up right at the base just in case they were being literal. Ah, I see it over there. That's what I'm going for. Her name's Moose.
Did you just get her?
She hikes with
no,
it.
she's like
She
5
walked
years
by the
old.
window. And I was like, oh, that chick has a bunny in her backpack. Alright, we lingered here for well over an hour. Really nice. Cook some food over there, make sure none of that shit's fine. Alright, let's get down this hill. Took us a while to find our way back to the trail. The cabin's right over there, but there's a lot of little trails going around here. Sort of just walking around the cabin, watching our dot slowly shuffle around. Not even 100% sure I'm on the trail yet. I'll check my map if I don't see a blue, yellow blaze. Blue, yellow, white blaze. This is a very leaky tree. It's probably because it's the tallest pine around, and pine needles, they condense air and pull the moisture out of it. But I've never seen it so extreme, like it's the only one dripping. We're getting pine scented. We will definitely smell better at the end. I'm glad we came across that dripping tree. I don't know how long it was, a week, maybe 2 ago. We were walking and it was mist all day long and tree pee was coming down. And it was getting annoying. And I told her, well, at least we're not in pine trees. And she was like, well, why is that? And I was like, well, pines squeeze the moisture out of the air. And I don't think she understood what I was saying because she thought it might remove the moisture from the air. And technically, yes. But it drips it down on us. It makes rain where there definitely is no rain. I mean, it still collects on leaves and whatnot, but leaves aren't necessarily designed to squeeze the water out. That's where pine needles totally are. Those trees know what they're doing. If you're just a couple feet taller in the pine world, you get more water. Get to yank it out of the clouds as they go by. And make a mud puddle under where you're at. If that's your mud puddle, you get to grow in that. Most of the way down this hill. Weather has definitely gotten nicer down here. Oh, you can smell autumn. That sweet smell of rotting stuff. Do you recognize that noise? Yep. Sprinkles. It looks easier to get down from this side. Oh, this is some beautiful looking water. Look how clear this is. That's beautiful. Big old chunk of quartz, whole vein coming down. So it goes, yeah, those are all quartz and boulders, just right through the mountain. I feel like I was told these are edible, but yeah, I don't go around eating strange fungus. Alright, so we just discovered on our map there's a nice dirt road that bypasses the next 3 PUDs. Hells yeah! Takes us right back to the trail where we were going to get water anyway. Because, I'm looking forward on the map. I'm like, okay, where's water? And there's some in like 2 point something, and then some other in like 5.5. But the one in 5.5 had a black line coming out of it. And I followed the black line and came back to here. I was like, what? Hell yeah, I mean, there's still a few up and downs. None of these things are flat, but this one goes by 4 lakes and then connects back to the trail. As to where the trail goes over 4 PUDs. Which way am I going to take? Yeah. We didn't know there'd be little touristy things on this little side trail. We got a bench. We got some small falls. Nice. We found Big Falls, slightly larger, and evidently Lamprey Sawmill was here until 1862. There might be evidence of it down there, but that's downhill. I mean, I had to come back uphill. Yeah. There's another sign up here too. Let's see what that one is. Well, we could be up on that bullshit right now, but instead we're gonna go kick it on these picnic tables up over here. Have you even seen those before? Nuts. What are you? Bush just seems out of place. And so we're in the area that has all the lakes going on. This is Pickerel Pond. Oh, what are those blue things? Those like boats or something? We're not on the road we're supposed to be. We took a little detour. This bear totally needs to drink more water. We've seen a few bear turds on this trail. That's the most evidence of bear we've really seen in a minute.
Wait, look at this. What is that?
Oh, that's pretty slimy. I don't know who did that. Could be a baby bear. I don't know, but it's... Baby bears taste excellent. Let's capture one. Those bicycle tracks. Oh damn, this is so much better than going over those PUDs. I was really not looking forward to it. I was already like, blah, I'm tired of climbing stupid stuff today. That's true. I have these moods. This is what the dirt road has devolved into. Lots of berry bushes. Just no berries growing. Back into some 2-track walking. Day got so much better when we figured out that little road. Got storms wanting to creep in. They said there's a chance starting, when the sun was going down pretty much. But that's for whatever the closest town I was to when I looked it up this morning. We've seen a few moose tracks. It's really wet around here. There are like 4 or 5 lakes on the map. So this would be a pretty moosey place to hang in, I have to imagine. Oh, that's a big boy. Look at that. Somebody's been eating a lot of berries. That's just seeds. Nothing but seeds. How long does it take to eat that many berries? I mean, that was a big turd. That's a lot of berries, man. If I ate that many berries, I would definitely have diarrhea. It's guaranteed. groovy. We found a brook. Needed water. We're going to fill up enough to hopefully find somewhere to camp soon. It's like, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock on the nose. So yeah, it's about time for us to hunker down somewhere. This little road rejoins with the AT in about a half mile or so. And then reportedly there are campsites around there because it's getting rather late in the day. It's 4:46. So it's about our, normal stopping time. Managed to wander our way back on the AT. Now we're looking for some spots to sleep. Got really quiet. Does that mean it's going to storm soon? Oh yeah, it always has been quiet, huh? Lack of birds. It's just weird. I see you, bird. Make noise. Make some noise.
Oh, there it is.
Where?
On the left.
Oh, spot. We decided not to get this spot too moist. There's some sort of, I don't know, I'm going to assume this was somebody's basement or possibly a swimming pool. One of the two. Why do you carry on? Look for something a little less moist. Well, the skeeters finally caught us. There's swarms of them. They were like, I was following 12, and from behind her, I could see 12 of them following her in her wake. I was swatting at them with my stick, but to no avail. So we found this nice campsite, pretty flat and whatnot. I made myself a decent little smolder, but everything is moist. Maybe it rained down here a little more because we did get sprinkles up there. I think a little more happened down here, but I'm just keeping this thing going, and so far I have way less mosquitoes, but I asked her and she's still covered in them, but so she can come over here and enjoy my smolder. Gonna swing between these trees. Yeah, I feel safe. Wet mound of pine needles. It has been working pretty well. It's just, sending a buttload of smoke everywhere. Don't really have fire, but I just keep putting more wet pine needles on it, and this thing's been working really well. I don't even have gloves on anymore. Don't have a head net on. She was wearing a head net and all sorts of stuff. I know. Oh. Are we camping right in a spot where it says not to camp? Oh, shit. I didn't notice that. Whoops. So that smolder really worked well. While we were sitting here eating dinner, we weren't being bothered too much. We'd see people walking by on the trail because, we are very trail adjacent, and they're just swatting at themselves as though they're covered in mosquitoes, because they are. But this area is not so bad. Well, I did just get a spider on my leg. Come here. You don't live here. So we did not do many miles today. Even taking that dirt road, I think we only ended up doing like 15. But the miles are not easy out here, man. Well, lots of hills. Tomorrow we should be getting to Moosalaki. And then that's pretty much the beginning of the whites. And there is no more omelet guy, unfortunately. I heard that he got ran off by some restaurants. He said last time we were here that they'd been trying to run him off. That the restaurants in the area did not appreciate him giving away free food. That's a bummer. Go 12. All right, well, I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. Oh, sounds like the rain has started. That was very abrupt. Hasn't made it through the canopy yet, but yeah, that was rather abrupt. No wind, no nothing to signal it's coming, just rain. Takes a good 5 minutes sometimes for it to get through the canopy, but sounds like it's coming down pretty good out there. Other than it's not touching my tarp yet. I pitched pretty low. It should be good. Oh, it's just starting to come through. I hear the pitter patter. It's only supposed to rain for a few hours, so that's good. Just enough to lull me to sleep. Okay, realsy reals.